Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the 10K to $2 million funding challenge. It is Friday, October the 6th. It is 7 a.m. New York time. Good morning to everyone here stateside. Good afternoon to everyone on the other side of the pond, and good evening to everyone on the other side of the world right now. Hope that you've had a great Friday. We are heading into the weekend. We are finishing out the first full week of October. And we've got NFP today, and we've got a 10K account giveaway to give away to one of our lucky viewers here on the live stream this morning. And that's all possible because of our sponsor, the best in the business right now, Bespoke Funding Program. They are absolutely smashing it. I just saw they had their highest payout ever, over six figures, over 100K payout. Hopefully we'll silence most of the nonsense going on out there that says they're a scam. They're paying out traders who follow the rules. They don't, they ban traders who break the rules and try to scam the system. So, they're doing an absolutely amazing job. I'm very, very proud and happy to be sponsored by them here on the live stream. And that sponsorship allows us to give away these accounts to all of our viewers here every Friday. So glad you're here for that. That'll happen at 9 a.m. New York time, so 2 hours from now. And when we get a little bit closer, I will give you the instructions on how to qualify for that. It will be very simple, very easy. But somebody here on the chat in the live stream will win the 10K account today. We've had several winners. Most of them are still working on their challenges. We've had a couple pass phase one. We've had a few get into phase two. We haven't had anyone get funded yet from one of the challenges that we've given away. But that will happen soon. I have no doubt about it. But it is Friday. I got to tell you, I am tired. We had a birthday party last night for a friend of mine here at the house. And it went a lot later than I think any of us were anticipating, and which was great. It was super good. We had a great time, and happy to celebrate him. But now I'm paying the price this morning. My eyes are burning. I've got a going on. Let's see. It's 6 a.m. here in Houston, so I'm going on about 4 hours of sleep. Again, this week with the fire alarm situation and the smoke alarm situation, it's been a crazy week with not getting good sleep. So I will be taking a huge nap today. I can promise you that. But before that happens, we've got some charts to look at. We've got some analysis to do. We've got some news events to go through. And we've got the 10K account to give away. So glad you guys are here. Haven't taken a trade since when was it? Wednesday we took that trade? Yeah, and then we didn't take a trade yesterday. I don't know if I'll take a trade today. It really just depends. Nothing is going to happen until after the NFP news release. My guess is we probably won't be taking a trade today, but it'll be fun to watch and talk about. And we can do some back testing on FX replay again. We can keep that going as we kind of hone in on our new inverted fair value gap strategy that we've been working on. Let's see what else. I'm sure John's going to be in the chat dropping some comedic relief and giving us all something to chat about as usual. Besides that, let me go over here and say good morning to some people. Davis and Mahue Timison. John's always in here. JewFX, Yog, Corey, Red Ezekiel, Mr. Alfie, Arzim, Owen, Patricia Cruz. Good morning to everyone. Mr. Partha G, Beeswax, Cisco, Ashok, Adrian Joseph. David Dreams always in, and welcome. Glad you're here. But guys, Saeem, good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here, man. He's not here. Already starting with the he's not here, and we haven't even done the giveaway yet. LOL, not here. Still in our thoughts and prayers. I haven't heard from him since his message earlier. What was it, late last week or early this week, just about not being able to get on because of the civil war that's going on there in his country. Cannot imagine trying to be a traitor while all that's going on, but it is. So yeah, let's get into it. Could we, is today the day, is this the week we get our first bullish candle week on Eurodollar since Monday, the week of July, Monday the 17th. Is this the first week in months to have a bullish candle on Eurodollar? We're going to find out today. It will be determined by the end of the trading session today what this candle is going to finish looking like. Same question on GU. Actually, GU's had a couple of up-close candles, barely, but mostly it's still very down. GU is a lot stronger currently than EU, and a little bit has already made a deeper dig into after grabbing that and tapping into those fair value gaps there. So anyway, we will watch and wait. EU dollar is still not as, it's showing, it doesn't show the same weakness that euro dollar is showing strength. So there's a little bit of a discontinuity there. You can see the dollar, it's approaching its weekly open, and euro dollar basically is already there. Tapping into and filling in this fair value gap inside this order block. We're at the OTE into a discount of this leg up. So we'll see. All of it will be revealed here in the next few hours, and we'll find out how this candle is going to close. GJ just ripping right now. It has grabbed and tapped into that sell side liquidity, and it has ripped higher. Will be interesting to see this fair value gap here, if it's going to respect it, this daily fair value gap here. If it does not, then obviously the swing high becomes your next target, back up into this inverted fair value gap off of this daily fair value gap over here. So that is exactly what we're looking for there. Just waiting. Bank of Japan intervention is still going to happen. It has, I mean, it was these initial drops. It's recovering from that position. I would still anticipate some more weakness on those moves. Pound Aussie, this fair value gap and volume imbalance here, we called out earlier as a draw on liquidity, and we would anticipate price pulling away from that area. Hasn't done that yet. It's just hanging around up there inside that fair value gap. Has been respected until it is the weekly fair value gap, until it's traded through and closed above on the weekly time frame. It can still hold price down. Once it gets traded through, and if it gets violated today and traded through, then we would look for that to act as support to push price higher up into this fair value gap. Currently kind of choppy there on Pound Aussie. If I see displacement lower on the pound through Pound Aussie here, then I would be looking to sell this. Dollar yen, super choppy. Just it grabbed some sell side, came back up, grabbed more. It's just inside engineering liquidity, waiting for NFP. And same with the indexes and gold, all just moving sideways until we get to the NFP release. Euro dollar and pound dollar both were bullish overnight, moving up into higher buy side liquidity targets. I don't know if they're just reaching for liquidity for news and then this thing tanks, or if this is relative equal lows that the news grabs, and then it continues to shoot higher. I have no idea. So the poll today will be, let's do this. Will the, we'll just wait. We'll wait until we get closer. We'll wait until we get closer to do the poll. We'll poll everybody. What will the first 15-minute candle on Eurodollar be after the NFP release? So the first 15-minute candle, will it be bearish or bullish? We'll play that game. There's no right or wrong answer. It is a complete gamble. So we'll find out. Man. Yesterday's stream was very offensive. Why was yesterday's stream offensive? What did we talk about? All right, what did we talk about yesterday that would have been offensive? Did we talk about people's feelings getting hurt? Was that yesterday? I can't remember. It's been more than 24 hours, and I'm very, very tired right now. So if that was that yesterday that we got into people just going crazy and losing their minds over their feelings? I can't remember. There's a bit of a rant about people getting offended. Oh, okay, that was it. Yeah. I knew we talked about it. I couldn't remember when we talked about it. I knew it was one day. I knew we got into it one day this week. We tend to get into it about once a week about the nature of culture currently and how everyone seems to just have to walk on eggshells around everybody to protect their feelings. We're not going to get back into it today unless we just have to. Lowell contacted me on Discord yesterday. He's trying to stay safe. That's good. I'm glad to hear someone has made contact with him. That's awesome. What's up, the Lagos Sugar Boy? Good morning. Welcome in. Mr. Alfie went to a lovely Christian restaurant last night called The Lord Giveth. They also do takeaway. Dad joke of the day brought to you by Mr. Alfie. As always, thank you, Mr. Alfie, for that. I'm a fan. Big fan of dad jokes. And why are they called dad jokes? Like, when did they start becoming dad jokes? When did they stop being just jokes and they became dad jokes? I don't understand. What makes a joke a dad joke? Is it that it's just clever and smart? I'm not sure what the criteria is to be a dad joke. I'm trying to figure that out. That wheelie bin one's still my favorite. There's a lot of really good ones. They come up on my timeline all the time, and I am a sucker for them. I will read every single one. I had to put up fences around the local graveyard last night. People were dying to get in. Maybe we should do a dad joke giveaway one day. Best dad joke wins a 10K account. I think that would we'll just let the chat, we'll poll it. We'll just do like a tournament. How is did Ireland make it through, Owen? Did they get out of the knockout? Has that match happened? Or is that... And how does rugby work? Do they play one match a week? Or is that like multiple matches? Or the game? I don't know what it's called. A game, a match. Is the game tomorrow? Okay, so games tomorrow. So do they just do one a week? Do they play every other day? Like in football, American football, they play once a week. That's it. Is rugby? Rugby looks as brutal without all the equipment to protect. So I would assume they don't play every other day. They have to have some time off to recover. Just one match, not a series. My wife has been missing for a couple weeks. The cops said to prepare for the worst, so I went to the pawn shop and bought all her stuff back. That's awesome. According to Wikipedia, a dad joke is typically a pun, often presented as a one-liner or a question and answer. One a week. Okay. I figured, I mean, when you watch the little bit that I know about rugby, which is itty bitty, I know enough about it that it looks brutal. It's a very physical game. And I'm guessing they can't just turn around and play the next day like baseball or, I don't know, maybe even soccer. I feel like soccer you could play the very next day. But is there a certain amount of time in soccer matches that they have to have off? Because I know they could play more than once a week, I would think. Golf. What? Just one word, golf. That's it. Here we go. I got robbed at the gas station yesterday. The police asked me if I know who did it. I said, yeah, it's pump number 6. And that's true for you guys over there in the UK, man. That is some, you guys have some brutal gas prices right now. Soccer's pretty brutal. It's like a 90-minute hit workout. Well, okay. Wait a second, Ben. I am all in agreement that that soccer is it's intense physically. Like you spend a lot of time running. I don't know that I would call it a hit workout. Those dudes stand around an awful lot of time. Okay? Some of them are moving and running quite a bit, but not all of them. I don't know that I would say it's a hit. I've done some hit workouts and you literally feel like you're about to die. Soccer is just running. Hit workouts are more like full body strength conditioning. So I will agree with you. Yeah, soccer can be brutal. It is 90 minutes of running. But I don't know that I would say a hit workout. The way that I've done hit workouts, that's not what soccer is. Mostly once a week. Interesting. Yeah, I think soccer more than twice a week seems a little extreme because, I mean, obviously you got to recover. It's a physical game. I'm not saying it's not physical. I'm just saying it's not rugby physical. It's not football physical. It is tiring. Like you're probably very tired at the end of a soccer match. And so you probably need at least 48 hours, I would think, to recover. Maybe 72, but you could definitely go again in like 72 hours, I think. You can play golf multiple days in a row. Yes, you can, John. Yes, you can. A 90-minute full-on workout. Oh boy, John shooting his shots. $1.86 for a liter of petrol, which is equivalent to $7.44 a gallon. That is absolutely insane to me. I want to know, has anybody over there, have you guys taken down any of those cameras that they were putting up to track people's car, like the car tax thing that was going on over there? Was it that in London where they were like putting up cameras all over? Did you got any of you guys live around where saw those cameras or actually took one down? $7.44 for a gallon of gas. So right now here in the Houston area, it is, I think it's like $3.25 a gallon. That's what I saw the other day, or $3.29 a gallon, something like that. So it's like half what you guys are paying currently. In other parts of the States, it's a lot higher. It depends on where you live in the States. The gas prices go up and down. But here in the Houston area, it's like $3.29, $3.30 a gallon, something like that. Soccer probably has the highest rate of heart attacks amongst all sports. Now, I would probably not be shocked by that statistic at all either. Especially from a recreational standpoint. All these people who think they can just go out and run up and down the field and play soccer, they just fool themselves, and then they don't realize that an artery is completely clogged up before they go do that, and then they just keel over. Players spend a lot of time standing around. Have you seen the game of American football? Yeah, I have. The cameras in London were for the ultra low emission zone. Glad I don't live anywhere near that. Yeah, that's what it was. The emission zone. What's up, Camo? Welcome in. Camo, give us a little update, man. How's the challenge going? John says, when I used to coach O-line, I would tell them I need full go for 90 seconds, and then you can get a 90-second break. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't even know if it's 90 seconds, is it? Like full go for 90 seconds? I think most football plays are like average like 8 to 10 seconds of the actually active play. 8 to 10 seconds, maybe 12. The average. It's a complete money grab. I don't rate your PM at all. ANPR cameras are bloody everywhere. Police cars even have them. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely cameras everywhere now. You're always something or someone is always watching. You need a license to play a radio in your workplace. What? Need a license to watch TV? What is going on over there? Are you kidding me? Oh, and they don't really use those in Ireland yet. Thankfully, live in the countryside. It's pretty much lawless. Lawless Ireland. Probably not, but when you tell dumb high school kids something, they always take it short. You're begging them for 90 and you hope you get 30. I see how that works. Not too bad around me yet, but don't have to go far to find them. That sucks. London is the most closed circuit TV'd city in the world outside China. That's shocking. What an indictment about the London. Like, what the hell, man? And it's all for your safety. Ting. Doing good. Traded EU on London 1%. My overall account currently on a break even. NFP week sucks. Well, at least you're break even, and Glad to hear that you still are trading the account, that you haven't blown it yet. That's awesome. I mean, wonderful, not dumb. What's up, Kishore Shafo? What's up, girl? Welcome back. Glad to have you. Oh. But if you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, that's it. Until they just tell you that you're doing something wrong, that the day before it wasn't wrong to do, but today it is wrong to do. This is where they get you. What's up, Lee? My baby's sick for days. Have not been able to join. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that, Shafa. Sick kids, man. When your kids are sick as a parent, it's just devastating because you want to help them so bad. You just want to make them feel better. They don't understand what's going on, and it's just hard to watch your kids suffer. So I remember those days well, and I'm sorry you're going through that, and I'll pray that he gets better quickly and that you have some strength and peace and grace to manage that situation well as a mother, because it is that sucks. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. May smell microchip everyone at birth. If you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, hey, screenshot that and put it in a time capsule, and 10 years from now, I'm not a girl, bro. Who said you were a girl? Who called Kishore a girl? Did I call you a girl? I don't think I did. If I did, I didn't mean to. I definitely I don't think I called you a girl. Maybe someone else did. He's all right. It is just his throat hurts because of that damn cough. I don't know, Shafa. I think we figured out you were a girl pretty quick. You're one of the few consistent female traders that we have show up on the stream. So what's your bias on dollar? I don't know. So I'm obviously bullish. We've been in a very, very bullish uptrend for, I mean, just weeks. Until something changes here, I'm going to continue that. Now, that doesn't mean short term you won't see some pullback. I think we're due for a pullback. Maybe the news today is the catalyst that creates some dollar weakness. We'll see. Well, I'm going to wait and see how this closes. If we do start getting pullbacks here, what could we see? Well, I mean, I think the prior week's low, depending if the thing shoots down and closes in this fair value gap, I think it will be interesting to see as you come into each of these PD arrays, these weekly fair value gaps, what what happens. This weekly breaker, this up close candle that ran down, we could look at breakers over here. I think long term, you're still going to see some bullish price action. I still am anticipating that this fair value gap getting tapped into and potentially the next swing high. So I don't know. I mean, I'm so neutral right now. We've hit all of the significant higher time frame liquidity pools. So it's to me, just step to the side, let the market show you what it wants to do. I don't have a strong, clear bias. Obviously, the fair value gap, depending on how today closes, if it leaves this fair value gap open, that would be the first point of interest for me of how does it react in and around that fair value gap there. On the monthly time frame, it's tapped into this fair value gap. Oh, excuse me. It's leaving behind currently quite a large buy side imbalance here that as the month of October progresses, potentially maybe you come back down into that a little bit. Don't know. It's just, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait. There's a guy, Ali Shahavan, that want to give away here, so we tag each other on giveaways on Twitter all the time. I remember that guy. He won. I haven't heard from him since. He refers to me as a bro. My husband once saw that and asked, who the hell is that and why is he saying bro? If we break and close above last week's high on dollar pairs, I think we're bullish for a while. Yes, if we can get a closure above this high, if today we get that pop up and we close above last week's high, yeah, I would still stay bullish. Every time you displace above an old high, you typically would continue to see higher prices. Every time you see a closure above the previous week's high, even though you get a pullback, you anticipate a higher close. And that's been the case each time. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy right now. I'm sorry. Y'all have to just watch me yawn all the way through this. He or she's not here. He's not here. I need to make a Venator merch store. I know everyone keeps saying they would buy it. I don't know that you actually would, but he's not here. That would be one for sure. That would be a shirt. We would have Brad Do Nothing. We would have, I don't know, we've got all kinds of little stream quips we could put on a shirt or a hat. Thanks, bro. Oh, that's awesome. Brad handouts. He's not here. It's definitely going to be top of the list when we do. I just need to go in and build a merch store. I don't even know how to do that. I'll need to figure it out. Yeah. Bradley J handouts. Kirby versus Jim the Wonder Dog. I don't understand Bastion. I had to block him, by the way. He got into my Discord messaging and just it's truly like I just reached a point where it's like I can't do this anymore. And I just told him, I was like, stop messaging me, I'm blocking you. I tried to do it as nicely as I could, and he just kept on, and so then I just deleted the conversation and blocked him. no one leaves messages like this to anyone. Like, normal people would ask a question, they would wait for a response. He would just have, like, when you're going on the Discord stream, like literally the entire page is one whole long run-on sentence. And then he'd hit return, and then there would be another one right underneath it. And then there'd be like 5 in a row of these things. And if I didn't respond within like 10 seconds of him hitting the return and seeing the message, he would just start calling me an a-hole. And I'm like, I didn't even know you messaged me, bro. I think he needs help. Like, he needs help. Like some social help, some psychological help. And I hope he gets it. I'm not trying to be mean to the guy, but it just got to be too much. I wish we all lived nearby, we could hang out all together and get to see all the bros, including Shafa. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be pretty cool. That might be why he asked me to ask you for handouts. No way. No, he did not. Told him I'm not doing that, and he calls me fake. Tell Venator to give me an account. Blocking him could be bad karma. Very, very. I'm willing to take. I'm ready to roll the dice on that for sure. My ex-girlfriend used to leave me messages like that back in college. Psycho. Brad, maybe we could arrange a video call or something to just see everyone that joins here every day. Yeah, we could do that. We might be able to do like a one day a live, like a Zoom session or something. I'm not sure how to do it other than Zoom, but yeah, we might be able to do that. I think he said he was going to ask Madison, so the other BFP guys might want a heads up about this guy. Well, the thing is, I mean, they all get those messages every day from their own people. Everybody who does this, eventually you get these people who do that. And we have a whole screenshot section of crazies that just keep blowing up all of our he just happens to be mine. They have their own, so they know how to deal with them pretty. I'm probably the smallest partner associated with Bespoke. Most of these people have 20, 30, 50,000 followers. So they have way more than I do, and they have way more crazies than I do trying to scam them. No, I've not reunited with Gold. I do not get along with females. I have this bro character deep down. Oh boy, good Lord. I don't want to think about that. Come on. Wow. All right, we're coming in close to the close of the 8 o'clock hour. We've got news in about 45 minutes or so, a little over 45 minutes. Let's do some backtesting. Let's go through March, shall we? We've been working on a new strategy here, and we've gone through February and March so far. And I'll just pull this up so you can see it. So we've got the analytics currently up 28% on the account after 2 months, 60% win rate through 27 trades. So we're trying to get to 100 trades to get a really good feel of what this actually is going to look like. We've had 2 good months. what was it, a 10% and a 15% or something like that. What were the months? 11% and whatever that is, 15 and a half. I'm trying to get back over here to this other screen. I don't know why. I keep getting this Sentinel-1 extension. I don't even know what this is. It keeps popping up, and every time I try to close it, it just pops back up. I don't know what the hell that is. Sentinel-1 extension. All right, so anyway, here we go. Let's go back to, we're going to just continue on with our strategy here. We are currently, we just ended February. We need to change this over to New York time. That's the end of, end of February right there. Your first crazy, like your cherry party. No, nothing like that. Yeah, they just had their first six-figure payout. Pretty crazy, over 100K paid out. They are not, again, this is why I keep telling you guys, they're completely legit. Like, they have no problem paying out traders who follow the rules. Anybody who's screaming that they're a fraud, it's because that they've scammed, and most of those people have been banned from multiple firms, not just a firm. 1.6 million account. That's nuts. This is the power of leverage when you use other people's money. All right, here we go. So we're gonna get into trading the. We're gonna go to the next New York session here. Very quickly, we're just trading inverted fair value gaps after the 7 a.m. candle at New York Open. So we're looking for the 7 a.m. candle to open. And then if there is news, we will, depending on what the news is, we will wait until after the news. The ISM manufacturing, because it's at 10, if I can get into a trade before, let's say 9:30, I would probably take it. But if it's very close to that, I would probably just wait. So we'll see if we get what kind of price action we get here as we go through. So you do have a fair value gap right here. We're just going to notate each fair value gap as it goes. The first one that gets violated, we will look for an entry on the retest. Let me pull this over here. So there's your next fair value gap. Oh, geez, don't want that. Close out. What time is it? It's 8:30. So we're getting to the point where we'd probably not want to get into a trade. We don't have a full body close below that fair value gap. Still no full body close. Still no full body close. And now it's 9:20. 9:30. I would just stand by until after this news event now. 9:40, 9:50, there's the news. And you can see it would have worked even if you had traded that. Once you get this full body close out, you would have gone on that retest. Your stop would have been above here on this candle up here. The three candles that create the fair value gap. And it would have worked. But now we can continue to wait and watch. And if it gets to 11, we'll stop trading. Fair value gap here. Traded through. It's 10:30. still above the time. And you're looking for 1.5. And if this trade is still open at 1550, it gets closed out no matter where it's at. And we would close that out right there at the end of the day for basically a break-even trade. So we're still at 28%. Next day, here's the, here, I don't know why my voice is cracking. Here is a 7 a.m. candle. Way to go, Shafa. Passing phase 1 and phase 2. Yeah, we'll look to trade after the news today for sure. We'll see what the news gives us. All right, 7 a.m. candle is first 10-minute candle. We're looking for a fair value gap, and there it is. And then we'll just keep waiting for fair value gaps to be created and traded through. And then if they are violated, we will take the opposite trend. No fair value gap here. No full body close. Oh, there's a fair value gap there. Sorry, I forgot to notate this one. What time is it? It is 9:40, so we're still in the window to look for a trade. There's a full body close above. You would take your entry there. Your stop would be below the candle that created the fair value gap here. 1.5. And again, 1550. Stop. Down to 26%. News at 10 on Friday. ISM services. We will, again, much like the other one, we'll trade if we can find an opportunity. If it gets close to it and we're not in a trade, we'll just wait. Fair value gap created. Fair value gap created. I mean, holy, this is the discretionary part of this that feels really weird. This is a tiny fair value gap right there. This is the part that I'm still working on. Like how big does the fair value gap have to be like a binding, like one that I would work off of? So that is small on the 10-minute time frame. All right, so it broke through both of those. So we'll just take the, once it goes through one and it goes through another one, you take the last one it went through. So we would use this one here. Stop would be above the candle that created the fair value gap with 1.5. It is 9:10. I will go ahead and it's still an hour to go, so we can see, and there it is, TP. 29%. Inversion fair value gap. That's why I'm here today. Are you looking to trade after news? Take a glass of water. I don't know why that strikes me as so funny. Just the way you said it. Or at least the way I hear you saying that in my head. Lee, I got to jump off, go get my daughter. I'll be watching this back later. Cool. See you, Lee. Small fair value gap would imply little inefficiency, so small fair value gaps are irrelevant. Yeah, that's the part that I'm still refining. I think if it's not over, like that fair value gap wasn't even a full pip. Like that's not to me a valid fair value gap. This second one worked out just fine. NFP in 40 minutes, correct. We've got NFP coming up in 40 minutes, so we'll see what that is. So that trade's done. So we go to the next New York session here. No news. This is a new week. The next full week of March here, coming into that Monday. Nine, 10, still have a couple hours here to, oh wait, there was a fair value gap right there. This has many to be paying attention to here. 10, coming into the 10 o'clock hour, this is the last hour that we would be able to find a trade. We need to get triggered in before 11. It's 10:10. No full body close below. It's 11 o'clock. No trade that day. We have news here at 10 o'clock. Fed Chair Powell testifies. So I'm not going to do anything until after that 10 o'clock candle on that testimony. So we would just look here. There's your news. It probably would have worked out either way. It would have been a winner, but because that's right there, I'm not going to take that. Anytime it has something to do with the Fed, I'm just going to let it go. I doubt you're going to get an entry. It's 10:50, so yeah, no entry there. So we'll just go the next day. We've got 8:30 news on this Wednesday, ADP unemployment, and then you've got more testimony. So guessing no trade on this day either. There's the news right there. And then you've got more testimony from Powell. There you go. All right, so now you would be looking, and I just don't think there's going to be enough time. And there's 11, so we're done. All right, next day, no news. We can trade. There's the 7 o'clock candle, the first candle. Any fair value gaps after this candle. None of these has to be formed after this candle. So there's 1, 2, and there's your first fair value gap after the 7 a.m. candle. So don't worry about anything going on back here. This is the first candle that you're worried about. Oops, that wasn't quite clean. No, that's not a fair value gap. First full body closure above. I don't know if y'all can hear my dog snoring over here. He is out cold, laying next to me, and he is snoring. Just getting after it. All right, so once it hits that without giving an entry, we just cancel that and we continue to look for fair value gaps. There's no fair value gaps inside of here. What time is that? 11, no trade. News at 8:30, non-farm payrolls. So Friday, March the 10th. Obviously, we'll see. Since we're on NFP day, it's going to be interesting to see how that reacts. No trade until you get to NFP release. There's your NFP release. Now we can start looking for trades. Obviously, massive fair value gap there. That's 940. $10.30. So we're getting there where it's like, oof. It's 11, no trade. News here on this Monday, the next week. President Biden's speech, so we'll wait till after that speech. Right there is his speech, so we can start looking for fair value gaps. There's one. No full body closures below any of these fair value gaps, so that's why we're not taking trades here. Time is that? Oh, that's way past. That's way past the 11 o'clock hour. I don't know what I was doing. Next day, we have news Tuesday. CPI, so no trades until after CPI. So we'll just watch that print. Now we can start looking for fair value gaps to be made and then violated. There it is. Body closure above it. $15.50 would be the closure of this, no matter what, no matter where it's at. So we'd close there for a small profit. You're at 30%. This is Wednesday, March 15th. We have news. Retail sales, we will wait until after the retail sales numbers come out. Right there. Now we can start looking for fair value gaps to be violated. That's too small of a fair value gap. It's not even a pip. There's one. Well, it's 11:20, no trade. Whoops, sorry about that. All right, jumping back over the chat real quick. Oh, you're ready for any size account, Shafa. It's all mental. It doesn't matter. It's trading is trading. It doesn't matter what the size of the account is. If you can pass a 10K, you can pass a 50K, you can pass a 100K. You just turn it to percentage instead of profits. It's all the same thing. Nothing changes. That's just your mindset that's got to change. You're more than ready for that. What's up, Davis? Mr. Alf, I need to go as I have a call about some actual paid work. We'll come back afterwards. But if you've gone, hope you have a great weekend. See you, Alfie. Patricia, are you going to trade NFP? No. Jericho, bro, do you have a Discord group? I do. We have Discord group. It is, I can throw that in there. Let me get that link real quick. And then I can throw it in the chat. Free Discord. There it is in the chat. You're more than welcome to hop in on that anytime you want. Sure. All right, I'm going to jump back over here into the replay. So I may not see your comments here for a minute. Jumping in, this is Thursday, March 16th. We're waiting for fair value gaps to be created and traded through. I don't know why that just dropped a line right there. Excuse me. All right. What is this? What is this thing? 0610, not even a pip. So that's not a pip fair value gap. One pip fair value gap, not good enough for me. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to make that a new rule. It's got to be more than a pip. It's got to be a seen, noticeable fair value gap. All right, so there's one right there. All right, there's your full body closure above a fair value gap. So you would be going along right there with your stop below the candle that made the fair value gap. So that'd be down here. It's a very large fair value gap. I mean, a very large stop, unfortunately. So not great. But it's mechanical. You just follow the rules. We'll do what the rules say. And there's your stop. All right, back to 28%. Working our way through the month of March. Friday, March 17th, you have news at 10 a.m. Michigan Consumer. I will trade through that. That is not, I'll take any trade up until that happens. So there's your first fair value gap. There is, what is this? How many pips is that? Is that 1 pip? I don't think that's a good fair value gap there. Needs to be more than a pip. All right, that one I would take. So we'll see which one of these gets violated first. The short side. So we'll now take this trade there on that entry. And it would go up there, 1.5. So I'm just going to take off that. Order is not complete. Why not? Place the order. Oh, why did it change my risk? I forgot. There we go. That should be a sell limit, by the way. It is. What the hell is going on with this thing? All right, let me take this off. I want to did y'all see me hit something that would have changed this? Because I've just been rolling and nothing has changed. Sell limit. Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened with that. New fair value gap. We're going to wait to see. There it is. Stop. To 26%. I've done this month before, so I already kind of know what's coming. I'm just showing you all. We've had 2 really good months, and you cannot expect a mechanical system just to constantly. I don't know if FX replay ignores spread or not. I'm not sure. That's a good question. All right, this is new week, Monday, March 20th. That was a full body close. So that would be a sell right there. Another stop. 24%. Tuesday, no news. $10 a.m. Full body close. Above the candle that created it right there. Another stop. 22%. We have news on this Wednesday. This is the Fed interest rate. So we can trade in the morning. We'll be out by 11 o'clock for sure. Hold on a second. Just looking at, I got a text message. Hold on. Oh crap. Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta go respond to this. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. My apologies for that. All right, we're back at it. Where are we? So this is Wednesday morning. Fed interest rate is in the afternoon, so we can trade in the morning if we get an opportunity. Up until 11. Again, I've already back tested this strategy on this pair on this time frame, so I have a little bit of a advantage over you all. I kind of already know where this is all going. TP 25%. Here we go for the next day. No news, free to trade. This is a Thursday, March 23rd. Stop loss 23%. Friday news. I would trade through this non-durable goods order. There's the first fair value gap. There's a small one there, but it's only a pip. I'm not going to trade it. Another small pip. 0740, 0739. That's one pip. I'm not going to trade that. That one is a valid fair value gap. Purely mechanical here. There's no bias. There's no anything to think about or do. Just identify fair value gaps, wait for them to be violated, enter on the retest. That's it. Stop loss 21%. And it's 10:30. Let me see, did that close below? Closed right on it. Hard to, I mean, I guess that is a closure below. Let's just take it. It'd be a huge stop here. I'd be shocked if this wins, based on just the size and the time of the day and all of this, but we're going to follow the rules. Get the data. Stop loss 19%. So everybody that was here the last few days that we've been doing this, and you're like, oh my God, this is the holy grail. January and February, we would have made so much money, blah, blah, blah. And then you get into a month like this, and you see your mechanical strategy is not playing out. So there's the 7 a.m. candle. This is not the fair value gap. We need a new fair value gap to be made. There it is. There's the closure below. And we would cancel that, and it's now still good. There's no fair value gaps in here, so there's nothing to do. Oh, this would have been deleted, by the way. That's not there. It's now 1040, 1050, and no trade. So here we are. This is Wednesday the 29th. So we have, I think, 3 more days for March. And we're in, March has been it's been a red month so far. On this specific mechanical strategy. But there's still a couple days left, so we'll see. About 15 minutes to NFP. We'll be done with this here shortly. Take that off. I forgot to hit that order. Lucky. Lucky. All right, there's your violation. And there is your order placed. %. News on this Thursday. GDP, no trades until after GDP news. Right there, I believe. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now we can now we can look for violations if we get any. 940. $11, no trade. So we had way more no trade days in March than we've had in the previous 2 months. This is the last Friday, March 31st, last trading day of the month. There's your 7 a.m. candle right here. So now we're looking for fair value gaps to be formed after that are greater than 1 pip. Is that a pip? I don't even know. That's basically a pip, so we're not going to take that. There's a fair value gap. It's 1030. So likelihood that gets, there's 11. All right, so we're done for March. So we had a massive drawdown month. So we'll close out March here. Go back to the dashboard. Let's look at our analytics. So we're at 17. We were at 28% when we started March, and we're down to 17%. So we lost 11% in March. Win rate dropped from overall we've taken 40 trades and it's below 50% win rate. 19 wins, 21 losses. The account is still up 17%. So let's look at some more of this. Max losing streak has increased. It was 2 going into this month. It's now 4. Max win streak is 4 as well. Average losing streak is 3. Average win streak is 2.6. In here you can see, here's March. So 2 and a winner. And then we had like a long period of time where we didn't take any trades in March. News, time, all of that. We had a big chunk of time where we didn't take any trades. Then we had another winner, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, a winner, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row losers. So here we are in March with a minus 8.5. Now, this is 8.5 off of the larger account size, but it's 11% off the initial balance, if that makes sense. So it's 8.5% off of $12,811. Does that make sense? So this 8.5% loss is off of the larger number, not the 10K account. If you're thinking of just initial balance, if you had started with a 10K account, you would have breached on March. And you just traded that, you would have breached in March before the end of the month, depending on if you had a 10% drawdown, which is what the classic two-step challenge is 10% drawdown. So there you go. So you had 2 massive months, 2 great months in a row, which you could have made great profits. And then if you had started a challenge in March, you would have lost the account if that's all you did. So this is just data, and it's just to show you there is no perfect mechanical strategy. And sometimes it's going to work beautifully well, and other times it's going to look like trash. And you just have to keep executing it. We're trying to get to 100 trades and see out of this mechanical strategy, where is it after 100 trades? All right. So there you go. That's we can pick it back up on Monday. We can continue moving through 2023 on euro dollar. Or I might just forward test it for you and put the results up. You guys have seen the strategy. You can go back test this on any pair you want now. You don't need to sit, we don't need to sit here and do it live. You've seen me do it enough. There's 3 days of how to do this on this specific strategy. So I'm still refining this. I'm still working on other criteria to see if we can filter out more losers. We'll see, but this is where we're at right now. All right, coming into NFP is about to be here. What are we going to watch? So let's do a little chat poll here. We'll see who is lucky today. What's the question? The question is going to be the first 15M candle after NFP will be bullish or bearish. We'll see who is we'll see who's lucky. We'll see who the most lucky person is. Chat poll. First 15-minute candle after NFP. What's it going to be, bullish or bearish? This is euro dollar, by the way. Euro dollar. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get back over in the chat, see what's going on. Does NFP have an effect on oil? I don't know, John. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, Shadow, even if you've moved to break even, I don't know. I mean, I might just close it out, because if it pops above your break even position and it just ignores you could still lose that trade. So NFP ignores orders when it gets that volatile and it spikes so fast. Just because you're sitting at break even, that order may just be completely ignored. This is why I would be completely flat and out of the market before that news hits. If you're in profits, I just close it out. Take the profits, man. There's no reason to gamble with that. What's up, Chase? Spreads go crazy. Yeah, what Owen said. Emmanuel, I did FX replay on EU and my stat was horrible, but repeated it on UJ and it did really well. Do you think a system can do better on certain pairs? Sure. I think there are certain pairs where it can do better. But any mechanical system over time, it's not just going to be, you can't just count on it to always give you what week or which months it's going to work on, and then what months it's not going to work on. So you just have to manage your risk and know that there's going to be red months. There's going to be losing streaks with any mechanical system. And you just have to, if you manage your risk well enough, you can still keep those accounts. Or you could just be like, look, I'm okay. I did 30% in 2 months. So if I lose the next month, it's fine. I'll buy a new account the following month and pick it back up. So it just depends on how you want to look at all that. No, the giveaway winner, Timisan, we will do a YouTube comment. I'll give you some instructions on that after the NFP news comes out. $24 votes in, and it looks like everybody's leaning bullish. So this is just completely bragging rights. That's all it is. So everyone's thinking that it's going to be bullish. At least the majority. More than 12 of you. There's people out there that are going to be trading this, and they're just complete gamblers, utter gamblers. Oh. Just 2 more minutes, and then we will see what the fuss is all about. I'm going to pull up my Forex Factory stuff too. Was this bullish move up just a retrace to rebalance price so that we can head lower into this fair value gap? Or was this a run of liquidity and we're going to get displacement now away and create breakers for price to continue to move higher? We are about to find out in about 15 seconds. Well, really, the next 15 minutes will really tell the bigger picture. There it is. First liquidity grab. It's to the sell side. Wow. Unemployment rate went up 3.8. Look at the non-farm payrolls. They were forecasting 170. Huge miss at 336. Unemployment rate just held steady. It was at 3.8. They thought it was going to drop, and it stayed the same. It didn't go up. It just stayed the same, which means the dollar should strengthen from here, I would imagine, only because it just shows you the economy's still strong, and rip-roaring inflation is here to stay. Until inflation starts dragging businesses down and you see unemployment rate rising and the non-farm payrolls went up, not down, I would think this is going to be very bullish for the dollar. Well, we'll see how this candle plays out here. We will see how it plays out. Indices are dropping hard on that news. Again, when this is all, you have to think economically. I don't trade fundamentals, but I'm aware of what's going on and why. Why is there dollar strength? Why is, what's happening? What is pushing the dollar to stay strong? And it's because the interest rates are so high. It's the bonds and the debt that you can buy from the dollar. It's just the payoff is too good to not stay in dollar. And until that changes, and what you're looking for is the fundamentals to change. You're looking for things in the economy to reverse to where inflation is showing signs that it's you're getting relief from inflation. And so the way that they do that is through, they raise the interest rates. That's really the only tool that the Fed has, is to raise interest rates. And when they do that, eventually it will make it too expensive to do business, because businesses need liquidity, and they get liquidity through borrowing money. And when borrowing money becomes too expensive, businesses will suffer, and they won't be able to stay open, or they won't be able to keep their payrolls where they're at. And so they're going to start cutting jobs. And then when jobs get cut, the GDP slows down. And when the GDP slows down, then the inflation should start dropping as well. But they've got to cause and introduce pain into the financial system for that to happen. And while they're introducing that pain, the dollar's going to strengthen, because people want protection. They want safety. And the best way to do that currently is still putting their full faith in the U.S. government to be able to protect their money, and through other high yield investments. So with this news showing you that the unemployment rate has not dropped at all, and in fact, non-farm payrolls increased dramatically, that would lead you to think that the dollar is going to continue to strengthen. And you can see looks like we're in for another bullish close. Question is, will it close above last week's high like we talked about earlier? If it closes above last week's high, then you would still anticipate more bullishness. If this is just a fake out and this is a liquidity grab, we'll find out here shortly. But looks like this fair value gap and this order block are going to push price up higher here on the DXY, and alternatively on Euro, this daily fair value gap being respected, this order block being tapped into, pushing price lower. So now that that's coming out and that's happening, you can start looking through and go, okay, well, this was just a retrace. So where was the liquidity grab? Well, above here on the 15-minute candle, it was above here. Ran liquidity, displaced lower. Where did that move start? You could identify these two up close candles as potential breakers here on Euro dollar. You could even start looking at other candles. This was liquidity. Where did this run on liquidity begin? It began down here on these candles. So displacement through there would, could work as well. So we'll just have to watch and wait. Pound dollar, same system. Run of liquidity, displacement lower. This run of liquidity began down here. With these massive fair value gaps, this is why I tend not to trade them, even if I see them. because it's news related and you're going to get all this crazy volatility, trying to pick out which breaker. This liquidity, it got run down here. So there's a bigger breaker there. So you engineered liquidity, ran it, displacing. So you could maybe use these. There's just so many, and that's when you get into the problem with trying to trade news or post news even. It's like identifying which of this massive fair value gap, how much of it is it going to want to pull back and retrace to before it wants to continue lower. And you're not going to really know until the next 15-minute candle prints as well, because you need to leave. The next 15-minute candle is the one that will leave you and tell you where the fair value gap should be. So we still have another 15 minutes to think about that. GJ, massive liquidity grab there. Maybe a little bit clearer here on GJ. Yeah, it feels so good. And pound Aussie. If we can get some displacement on pound Aussie, I would consider that short. I've been waiting for this short off of the high of this weekly fair value gap and volume imbalance all week. That was our first loss. Actually, was back over here. I thought it had hit it and it was going to displace. It didn't. It's tapped it another time, tapped it one more time, took out more liquidity, and now we're just waiting for displacement lower. Investors hope U.S. job numbers give Fed less reason to hike. Well, I don't think that worked out so well. Oh my gosh. They doubled the number of jobs that they thought they were anticipating. So I'm guessing that gives the Fed definitely more reason to hike the rate again. It's crazy. Look at that report. So I don't know if you can see this. Can you even see that? I don't know that you can. You can barely see it. They were anticipating 170 new jobs. It's 170K. Previously, it was 227 were created. They were anticipating a lot fewer jobs created. Basically double. Basically double what they were anticipating. How do you miss that bad? Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, let me jump back over. What is NFP? Can you explain, please, in simple English? I want to do non-farm payrolls. So it is the jobs report and unemployment rate for any non-farm payroll in the United States. So non-farm jobs. It's an employment indicator. And typically if you're adding more jobs, if more jobs are being added, it means the business world is still cruising along aggressively, adding more jobs, which means the GDP is growing aggressively, which means inflation is still going to be an issue. And so the Fed looks at that number and the Fed says, we're going to keep raising rates because this thing is too hot and inflation is still too sticky. In your face, 62% of voters. It still has 4 more minutes on this candle, so The majority of people in the chat were wrong. You were wrong. And it was just a complete guess. Should we expect more interest rate hike after NFP data? I would think so. I would think that they're going to be more inclined to put another rate hike in. If there's that many jobs that are still being created, that definitely lends credibility to the idea that more rate hikes are coming. I hope it does. You got 4 minutes, man. You're sweating it out, Cisco. The poll is evidence to always do the opposite of the majority. I mean, yeah, that would be an interesting strategy to test, is just do a poll, and then whatever the poll results are, just take the contrary move, see how well it works out. I thought about doing a chat challenge where we buy a 10K account and the chat votes on every trade that we take. And let the chat as a group mind trade the challenge. I would have to get permission from from Bespoke to do that, just as an experiment. If it passed and I got funded, they would probably be like, yeah, you can't keep doing that. You got to trade at your own. And they might let me just because they know me and they know what kind of trader I am and that it's just a complete YouTube experiment. But it could be kind of cool. It's a mad, mad world. Pound Aussie getting some displacement down now. So again, we need one more 15-minute candle to print. And I'll be watching each of these down close candles as potential breakers on Pound Aussie. Same for GJ. All right, so we're coming into the next 15 minutes. So what we're going to do for the giveaway time, 10K giveaway, it's going to be in 15 minutes. So let me jump over to my YouTube feed here on this so I can post. And what I'm going to do is we're going to use yesterday's live stream. And we're going to, you're going to need to go leave a comment on that video. So just open it up in a new tab, leave a comment on that video from yesterday's live stream, and then we will use the YouTube comment picker to choose our 10K account winner. So the yesterday's live stream, you can go to my YouTube channel and find it, or you can just click that link that I just put in the chat. Drop a comment, and it doesn't have to be a long comment. You don't have to say anything nice about me. I'm not going to read these comments and choose the best comment. It's just a way for you to get qualified for the 10K. Okay, so drop an emoji, say hi, I don't care, an exclamation point, whatever. Just leave a comment on yesterday's live stream video, and that will get you registered and qualified for the YouTube comment picker website that we'll use to choose the winner. That's coming up in 15 minutes. So I'll keep posting that link in the chat for you guys. But just open it up in a new window, a new tab, and go leave a comment, and then that's how we'll choose our winner today. That's coming up in 15 more minutes. New candle has opened. It did close bearish here on euro dollar and pound dollar, and you're going to continue to see this thing drop pretty aggressively. So we'll see how this 15-minute candle closes, and then we'll look to see if we want to try to take a trade today. I don't know that I would. I just, with this massive imbalance, it's like, where do you even put? Do you put it above the fair value gap? Well, you're looking at a 42 pip thing, and if you're going for a 1 to 2, do you really expect euro dollar on a Friday to drop an extra 90 pips from where it is right now? I don't. It can. I just don't like that. So this is one reason when you trade these massive gaps like this on news, can the trade work? Yeah. But will it? Don't know. Maybe GJ gives us a better, or GA gives us a better opportunity. Previous winners can, I mean, you can technically. I would ask you not to. You've already won, and if you've already won an account, let someone else have a go. If it was something else for like a different size, like if it was a 25K account or a 100K account, sure, everybody can go. But if you've already won a 10K account, Camo, you won last week, let's just let somebody else have a chance. Or you can win it and you can donate it to someone else of your choice that you feel like deserves a chance if you do win. What's up, Prophet? Welcome in, man. Legendary Cruise TV, strong news. It was Fib Student. Elo, what's up, man? Prophet, I've seen you in here a couple times. Kishore, I've never won any giveaway. Well, good luck. It might be your day, Kishore. You never know. Ikram, fingers crossed. Kenneth, what's up, man? Welcome in. Ashok, I'm here. Thank you very much. Glad to be here. If you're coming in for the 10K account giveaway, I'm going to post this for the next couple minutes. Just keep reposting this. You will need to leave a comment on yesterday's live stream. I just posted the link in the chat. You can drop a comment. Doesn't have to be a long comment. Doesn't have to be a nice comment. You can say anything you want. You can say he's not here. Inside joke for the stream, for those of you who are wondering why I said that. Whatever comment you want to leave is fine. But we'll be drawing that in 10 minutes. So go ahead and drop a comment over there. Yash says, doesn't know when my turn will come. Nah, it's all random. We just use YouTube comment picker, and whoever wins, wins. And we'll just keep going. Every week we'll do them. So you have a chance every single week. And if you've already won one, they're going to step aside. So you're going to have a better chance. Even if there are people in here that have won before and they're not entering right now. So John is here. I hope John wins. I want to see John trade a funded account. I think he would do well with it. $10K. It's a $10K account, Profit, not 25. It's a $10K account. And it's not the comments that we're using here in the chat. I mean, you're more than welcome to keep commenting in this chat. It's the comment on the yesterday's live stream video. That's the only one that matters. So, yeah. There's only like 30 of you in here right now, so you have a pretty good chance of winning compared to like a Twitter picker where you're competing against 300 or 3,000 people trying to win. Here on the live stream, there's not very many people that watch, so you have a pretty good chance, a 1 in 30-ish chance of winning, since there's, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 guys on here in the chat right now that have already won before. These people who have accounts participate in these giveaways in various ways, and it's unclear why. They don't have to trade anything. They just gather accounts. Where do these people come from? I'm not sure. Here on the that's why I make you be on the live stream to win. I'm trying to filter out scammers or just bots or whatever. So I'm trying to make sure that the people, actual live human beings who are here watching this every single day, are the ones who are winning these accounts and have a chance to participate in a funded account challenge. Oh, just massive drop here. Absolute tank. So as we come into this next hour candle here, it's like, where would you even anticipate a pullback to pause? And it's just so unclear at this point. The draw on liquidity here for gold is these levels over here. I think gold, any move back up into this breaker here, you could look for a short. It just depends on where you would want to take that. Where do you want to take an entry? Just 50% of it. Cool. You could get a 1.5 there. If you just took the candle that created the fair value gap, that would be up here. Highest fair value gap, probably this one. And then you could still get a 1 to 2 before that. That's a potential on gold. I always leave gold up there. I still like to look at it. She's pretty to look at. She's just not fun to date. Pretty to look at, not fun to date. How many women does that describe in life? Beautiful women, don't want anything to do with them. Sorry, that's probably very misogynistic of me to say, but that's how we view gold. About 5 more minutes here on this candle, and then we'll see how it closes out. Again, if you were looking at EU, you might want to consider, like, where would you want an entry on this? Maybe above that swing high. And then you're still looking at a 34 pip. And trying to close out with a new low of the week if you got that entry. So I just don't know if that's viable or not. Pound is not closing below that low here, but that doesn't mean that this breaker here you couldn't use, or even the one up above it. This is so much larger. It's just, I think I'd probably just want to take, if I did GBP, it would need to be something like that. And that's still massive as well. None of these huge gaps, I'm just not a fan of. I don't like them. I don't like them. This GA move, though, three more minutes. Brother, don't trade. Don't you trade $1. I don't know if I'm going to take a trade today. We're still watching and waiting, just doing analysis. If I see a good setup, I'll take it. If not, then I'll probably just let it go. Problem with that, Brad, is that it's outside its daily channel. It's possible that it's coming back to tough touch and bounce. Could be. Are you talking about gold, John? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, if it doesn't close outside this range, it's closing back inside, so that it would be invalidated anyway. So we would need to close outside of this range for me to consider that. But if it wants to pull back inside of there, whatever. What's up, CJ? Welcome in. Sorry, target not 1815, 1820. All right, last chance here. You need to, if you're here for the 10K giveaway, welcome in. Glad you're here. But you need to qualify for that, you're going to need to leave a comment on yesterday's live stream video. Corey, it is your turn to win, Corey. If anybody deserves to win, Corey does. OG, man. That's good, Shadow. Good job, man. You're in profit. Nothing to be ashamed of. You should probably consider upping your risk percentage, but you're doing well. You're not late, Davis. We're still in. You need to leave a comment on yesterday's live stream video. Leave a comment on there, and then you can get qualified. I'm going to go ahead and get the YouTube comment giveaway picker up. Comment picker. All right, it's up and running. All right, we're into the new hour here. So my question becomes, do I want to identify a trade here on euro dollar? Where might I want to do that? I think above that high if I was going to do euro dollar. GU, potentially there on that breaker there. Don't know. Don't have a great feeling about that. GJ would be back up there. GA, I like GA. I do like GA here. I'm going to do GA there. 91773 921 30 and a 91024. So there it is. There's my NFP trade for the day on GA. I'm gonna copy that, put it in over here on Twitter. I mean on Discord. See if we can get it back. I've been waiting for this move all week. We took the L earlier this week, trying to catch that move off of this fair value gap. So we'll see if we can get an entry off of it. This is the EU setup. I'm not going to take this. I just don't like this massive range there on these huge drops. I don't like trading those. I'm just going to avoid those. GJ also massive. I'm going to avoid that. GA is the cleanest. I'm treating this a wick as a fair value gap. It's fine. I'm going to take that breaker off of there to change the structure. And we're going to go with that. We'll see if we get an entry on it. It looks like it may just want to drop and run away. I was hoping that we got a quick little pop up at the 8 o'clock hour there. So UJ's US 30 gold. Gold did not close outside of that range. I would not consider a short here now since it didn't get a full body closure below those wicks. So I would just stand aside on gold. I'm going to stand aside on gold anyway, but GA is the trade I would be wanting to look for here. If we can get a pullback, then you could, you've got some nice sell side liquidity down here to be targeting. So we'll see if we get an entry on that. It's time for our 10K giveaway though. And last chance, if you're just jumping in right now and you have not seen, oops, can't do that. I need to go grab this copy. There you go. You need to have left a comment on that video. All right, so we're going to go to the YouTube comment picker here. I'm going to pull this up so everyone can see what we're doing and that there's no tomfoolery going around. I'm not controlling this in any way. There's the link. We're going to filter duplicate users. We're not going to do comments on replies. We're just looking for one winner. We'll do a how about a 5-second roll on random names, and then we have to solve the puzzle. Get the comments. 46 comments. All right. So when we hit start, it will start rolling here, and you'll see all the names roll through here randomly, and then it'll just pick one. So good luck to everyone. I hope that whoever wins this is patient, that they're practice discipline. I hope that you'll stick around here on the stream, get any help, advice, or inspiration you need. I hope you'll join the Discord. I want you to use these accounts not as a lottery ticket, not as a slot machine at a casino, but treat it like a funded account and actually treat it like a serious trader. This is not a game. This is not just a roll of the dice. This is a truly a life-changing opportunity for most of you. So thank you to Bespoke Funding Program, our sponsor for the stream, for allowing us to give these accounts away. If you don't win and you want to get a challenge, you can use my discount code Venator when you check out at Bespoke, and you get 15% off and an 85% profit split. So good luck to all of you. On with the roll, drum roll. And here we go. The winner is Camo, you just won, man. All right, we can't do that. We got to do it again. Camo, literally, man, you just won. We're redrawing. He forgot to remove his comment. All right, we'll do it again. Pick another winner. Here we go. Oh my gosh, what a lucky guy though. It's okay. No worries, Camo, you're good. All right, we're going again. Here we go, man. Drum roll. Let's go. Next winner, Ace Salvador. Nice stream, bud. Keep it up. That was a comment. Ace, please drop into the chat. Let us know you're here. There he is. Ace Salvador is the winner. Congrats, my friend. What? Yep, it's you, man. You won the 10K from Bespoke Funding Challenge. So, Ace, you're going to need to, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I need you to follow me on Twitter and just DM me so I can prove your identity, and then we'll get you all hooked up. So message me on Twitter, private message me on Twitter, and I need to get some confirmation from you and get you all worked out with Bespoke to get that account. But congratulations, man. I don't think I've seen you in this stream before, but glad you're here. I hope that we'll see you more in here more frequently, and you can keep us up to date on how the challenge is going for you. That's funny. We'll do another one next Friday. As always, we're here every week doing a 10K account giveaway. Hey, buddy. What you doing? What? When he needs love, he needs love. He's just like, come on, Dad, pet me. Whoa, excuse you. All right, lay down. Lay down, my friend. Still not entered in on this GA trade. Camo licking his chops over there, thinking he's going to get another 10K. Shadow, rather risk can give me peace of mind and probably double of the target in 3 months. Oh, I get it. No, I get it, Shadow. I think I'm not telling you to increase your risk. I'm just saying, at the rate you're going, as long as you're okay understanding that it's going to take you a long time to reach that profit target with that risk percentage. Cool, man. That's totally fine. This is your account. You have to trade that account and you have to choose the risk percentage. I can't do that for you. No one else can do that for you. That's your 25K challenge. So I'm all for you making that decision and being comfortable with that. And if that's what you want to do, that's fantastic. And you should stick with it. But you just also have to realize at that there's a balance between ultra conservative risk and slightly more aggressive risk, and there's somewhere inside of there that every trader has to get comfortable with, knowing whatever I choose, it's going to increase or decrease the time in which I'm going to be able to reach my targets. That's really the biggest thing. So as long as you're cool with that, that's your choice. That's your risk appetite. So 100% in agreement. If that's what you're choosing, awesome. Still not triggered in here on this 91773 entry. I'm going to pull that over. Let's just get that back up. Still not in. I don't know what happened. Everything just froze. Looks like everything's fine. All right. I think we're going to call it here for today. I'm tired. Good stream. Gave away 10K. We did some FX replay. We're just in here every day doing what we do. Thank you guys for being here. As the weekend comes, again, I say this every week, don't just stare at the charts. Don't just put hours and hours and hours and hours into this. You need to get away. You need to take a break. You need to let your brain process away from the charts. It makes a big difference when you come back into the next week. So don't just stare at charts all weekend. Go do something fun. Get outside. Hang out with the people you love. Read a book. Watch a movie. Do something. But don't do trading all weekend. If you want to do a couple hours, fine. But just don't do it. It's going to eventually reach a point where it's not going to be helpful for you. So. But you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And we will be back Monday morning, 7 a.m. New York time. So adios, y'all.